Fucking hell. Well, it's not a cell stream if there's no scuff. Anyways, I wasn't saying much. Really, I don't even remember what I said. So that's gonna suck.
You said anything.
I did not say anything substantial. I was mostly just saying I'm trying to readjust and find like the best angle for this, for my phone, for tracking, so that I can like both look at like the main screen that I'm actually looking at and like this screen without looking like goofy.
There's this weird thing that's happening right now, where you can only hear the actual music from the speaker, but not from the actual stream, which is so odd to me. I think it's been.
That's weird.
It is weird because I have it set up so it actually does do it properly, but I don't know.
What about that? Did that help? Did that do anything?
I don't think so. If all else fails, I guess it's
That's annoying. Hold on, let me just do this, and we'll just do this again. Did that fix it? Did that fix it at all? Okay, well, let me turn the... Well, now the speaker's off. Can you hear anything?
No.
What the hell? Hold on. Okay, yes, how do I... Oh. Loving this. What? Okay. I don't know how to fix that, so that sucks. Unfortunate.
Not like you. I mean, it captures anything. It captures what all that matters, which is just background music. There's nothing else people will miss.
Yeah, but I had a good audio setup and now it's fucked for some reason, so. Anyways, we are playing Ace Attorney. Obviously. I just gotta... Oh. Gasp.
Thinker.
The Thinker. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47. Alright, we're in Japanifornia.
Yay, Japanifornia!
Not Japan, California. Japanifornia. Okay, they refuse to say what I'm saying properly. Okay. Boy, am I nervous. Why did I say like that? No, that's not what Phoenix Wright sounds like. Right. Oh. Sorry. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murderer trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out anyway. Sorry, wrong person. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
I'm really gonna do it this time.
It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. And the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Let me turn down the speaker a little bit. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. I almost said consciously, that's not correct. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's... Cindy
Stone.
That's fucked up. Her name is Cindy Stone and she got stoned to death.
My brain also processes her name as like a pun on Cinderella or something.
Maybe. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report covers so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with...
Yeah.
Was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found laying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. We're gonna save first, because I'm always stupid when this happens. Okay, well, get out of here.
You confused? I'm sure you are. Dad wants a blanket.
I don't know why I just saved after editing the... Okay, well.
Hi.
Whatever.
Son. He's confused.
Oh, hi!
He's so cute. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to prosecution later, so be ready. Let me go over that evidence. It's rather heavy. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. They even edited it to say the United States of America. Oh, boy. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts Why does my mom always call me at like the worst possible times?
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Thank God I could save. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played, I haven't played Phoenix Wright in a long time. But let's just see what he says. Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, no way, that cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Why is it red? It was green in the 3DS version. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, however the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? why you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court records and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. I mean, not only that, but he said he didn't enter the... I can see! Anyways, as I was saying, he said he didn't enter the apartment, but if he didn't enter the apartment, then how did he... Wait. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? Okay, well now I can go to the court record. From noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Ah, so there's that. Because if it was exactly 1 p.m., how would you know? Because it was out. Find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious, so what happened next? I mean, again, another thing is he said he'd never entered the apartment. Do I sound like ass? Anyways, he didn't enter the apartment, but he knows exactly what time it was when he discovered the body, and also tried the phone that was inside of the apartment. So, I mean, that's already a lie. I sound fine? Okay, good. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. I just like pressing. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? Thinking it strange, I'd looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I always like pressing them. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. Yes, I like pressing this guy. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. Sorry, that was Mr. Payne's voice. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments.
Ah, right. What time did you call again? Okay, well, anyways, I'm not gonna keep pressing because we know it was this. Objection. This evidence clearly reveals the contradictions in that statement, Your Honor. Oh, wait. I done goofed! They aren't, are they? Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh, it was the last one, because of course it was the last one. It's not the last one, it's probably... Oh, it's probably the... I'm just gonna try presenting here. But if that doesn't work, then it's... Okay, that didn't work. Okay, yeah, no, it was... He couldn't have seen the body if there was a blackout. I mean... I still don't think... he would have been able to... What did you just do, stupid? Was that the... Oh no, that wasn't the hook, so what was that?
Those were the remotes.
Oh.
What?
Am I just being stupid again?
What am I doing?
Oh!
Show your badge!
They're
Show
gonna...
your badge!
They're gonna fire me.
I'm qualified for this job!
Uh... 1 p.m., are you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Yes, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Hello? Hi, are you gonna help me be a terrible lawyer? You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sart, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. I thought that said punish him. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. What are you doing?
Oh, wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard... when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Now, it's the blackout. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. I do. I'm not that stupid this time.
What's on the
Objection. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Well...
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Salt?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Salt, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Salt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
But how would you know that? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Let me say before I make a fool of myself again. Gladly. I have to look at the court evidence again. It's probably just using the thinker statue. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. The murder weapon?
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Something's fishy here. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place?
I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story.
Now, find the contradiction. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Salt.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may?
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just need to tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
What's happening? Oh. Okay, there we go. Craziest thing is I literally know when my microphone stops working because it like cuts out some of the music.
Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand, yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove it I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. This is my favorite, like, objection theme. And then they get rid of it after this game, and I'm so upset about it. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Shut up, I hear you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
Hold on. The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear simply if you... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawt heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawt, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sard.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him.
Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
What is that?
Not so fast, Mr. Sard. Mia? I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes.
Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Oh, I have to press E. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Wasn't it Mr. Done It originally? Oh, he has rabies. He needs to be put down.
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
not guilty. Wow!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Wow, that was 45 minutes. And that was the tutorial. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Heh. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh. Yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Sorry, I saw those two words and I thought it was something else. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. That's it, that's the game.
That's the game.
That's it.
That's all. Bye.
No more game. Oh my god.
This fucking game.
This episode, oh.
This I hate this fucking episode. But I do love the Thinker.
The Thinker.
The Thinker.
I'm pretty sure, like, Phoenix Wright has PTSD of the Thinker at this point.
He might.
Bring, beep. Hello? Sorry, I didn't know who was. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Ugh! That sounded more like a fire alarm. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right here over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not configurous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye.
Fucking super villain. Who did this?
Red, white, blue.
Thanks, Mia.
September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh. Sorry, that's not Maya. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I smell blood and that can't be good. Oh, is this my office?
I think it's just outside the inside of the office.
Okay, well. That smell. Blood. Sob. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Someone is drinking. Who are you? strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Till finally she was cold.
That's so traumatic, by the way.
Yep, Chief. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Is there nothing else but the... I guess there's nothing else but the body at this point. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. How could it be? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. Okay, now I've examined everything. What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean slide? Oh, that's what you mean slide. Perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on the stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Anything else? No, I guess not, huh? Okay, now we're... Oh, what? Right! I'd better call the police! That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from the outside of the window? She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand. It's child locked because of you, silly. Let me slide. Let me look back. No. Okay, well. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fay. Maya? Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's talk first. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and Sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Present that. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... Oh, Sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. I was gonna do anything. This was lying next to the chief. I know. I saw it there too. I thought they might be pieces of the light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Well, why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Oh, damn. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Oh my god, it's Detective Dick Gumshoe. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. I'm trying to figure out what his voice would sound like. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay. I feel like a deep voice would fit him. I just need to find the right one. Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa. Excuse me? Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Could you give me one? When did you move? Poo-poo. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out till the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. Sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Hello? Sir, you have 20 minutes before dinner. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'd better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Trying to push the fucking remotes off the thing.
Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Damn, okay. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I just can't sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember! Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo. So, you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I have no idea. Huh. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit, then? You could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. Huh. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow. At 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Oh, okay, well, I didn't mean to do that, but... might as well. It's been a while since I saved. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. Guess I'll just have to come back later. Hello?
I cannot see you yet.
Painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that light is made out of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Is there anything else? Nope. Well. Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. Okay, well, I'm just stupid, I guess. Go here now. September 6th, Fanco Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix, right? How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Suede shoes. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there.
Do not call me Dick, please.
You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's it. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal, Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. Oh my god. Where did this come from? Oh my god, where did that come from?
Colored cheese.
True. Colored cheese, it comes up as.
Colored cheese. Colored cheese would give you that satisfaction.
There we go. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. Starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Huh? Oh, that... Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. There's no proof that Mia wrote it. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh. He's on to me. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope. I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. Cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyways, you better not. No influence in the witness with your loyally ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this. What? Yeah, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? You're trying your loyally tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way? I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. Makes Mia's death seem so routine. Okay, no, you have nothing else to say. That sure is suspicious, that screwdriver there. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? Detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Just a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now.
You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay and Co. Law Office buildings, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. What if I... Cough, cough. Maybe later. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
A big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Teehee. You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues? In the garbage, hmm? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna present random shit.
Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness, it's just like in the movies.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. She's gotta say something.
At least for your badges.
No, she doesn't care about my badge.
Oh, she has nothing to say to you, dog.
No, she don't give a fuck about me.
No, get out her fucking room.
Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Oh, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they... Sorry. So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway,
I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask it. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly...
Oh my god, what? Why did it... like...
I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer with their salt will take...
What is happening to me?
Will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? No, I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? Still toxin. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She felt...
What is happening to the voice? I don't know, like, the proper and anatomical stuff, but it's like I'm pressing on my, like, something with my vocal cords to make this voice. And then it just goes too far, and it goes into a different voice. I'm not trying to do that. Why is it doing that? Okay, hold on, let me... Okay. Okay, back to...
She followed it with a burning passion. Never...
Why is it turning into Kermit the Frog?
Never look...
Stop, get out of my body.
Never looked back, that one.
There we go. Fucking hell. That's quite a painting.
Aha, you noticed. It's my...
What is happening? I'm like genuinely being possessed right now.
It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez.
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
At least his dialogue is a lot shorter. Well, you're about as helpful as dirt. Okay, no cat bottom. Where's the small one? Poop. Pee pee? Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 p.m. The lights were off and I could smell blood. And I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, brother, you get off of that right now. Get off of the computer! What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Hi, what time is it? Oh, you already felt them? Why are you... Oh. Here, you want me to get down so you can try sitting on my lap? Come on. Come on. Oh my god. This cat. That's... Okay, well that's not where I said to go. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir and everybody was talking about it, apparently. Police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? Case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had been all carried out in secret, of course. What are you gonna do in the isolation shield, silly? Oh, get off of the keyboard! Don't continue the story too much. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. What are you doing? I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. Your ass is in my face, dude. Like, your tail is touching my face, and your butthole is like 5 centimeters away from it. Thank you. I love you too, but come on, man. That's a little too close for comfort. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I've made up my mind. I'm gonna defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well...
Okay.
You aren't the culprit, someone else is. How do you know? I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. There's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there a long, long time ago. Subtle foreshadowing.
Oh, I'm so sorry for accidentally kicking you in the face.
Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
I like how that.
That's so kind of you.
Where?
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. Phew, she smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer?
Meow.
It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. This is the wrong button again. But I'll save. Back. I'll go back here.
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are...
I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss may be?
I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Oh! I get it. The bellboy thinks he's here to have sex.
How?
Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, you came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp?
Mr. White.
Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Surely not. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? Who would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Why is the captions not...
Average experience with your captions. Nothing new.
So, yeah, but sometimes it's because my microphone got... Well, I just learned that I apparently just need to click on things and don't actually need to use the keyboard. Two gay people staring right at each other.
Yeah.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness there. He'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir.
Sorry, he has a, specific accent that I'm not getting. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. That's the wrong one. Detective Gumshoe. Please, describe for us the details of this murder. It's supposed to be like a New York / New Jersey accent, right?
Think of Germa.
Germa's accent doesn't show that much now.
No, but you can hear it.
Very well, sir. No.
No.
Hold on, I gotta practice this. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm embarrassed.
Let me use the floor map of the office to explain.
Yeah.
It does work. Krog would fit him.
The body was found by this window here.
And the cause of... Sorry, that's the wrong guy. And the cause of death.
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapons. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record.
What are you doing?
Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Did he call... Sorry, Sorry, did the judge call him Mr. Dick Gumshoe?
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already.
He's changing again.
The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. While we had a witness account describing her.
I don't know what's happening to Gumshoe. He's constantly morphing.
The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
I have to go. Well, I have to go listen to Kronk.
Goose Ghost Poison.
Alright, I'm gonna mute for a sec. I don't know why I'm saying it like. I don't know what Solid Snake sounds like. I've never watched anyone play, or nor have I ever played any Metal Gear Solids.
My only exposure to Solid Snake is the Vine sauce. That's my Grab Villager.
Colonel.
Colonel.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I watched some Kronk voice clips, and his voice, like, eludes me. So, I can't do that, but I guess I can do a poor David Hayter impression.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin.
Why is the judge now, like, stereotypically Southern American?
Very well.
Fuck. Something's happening to me!
You're changing.
I am changing. Very well. Fuck. Stop. Get out of here. Get out of my body.
I don't remember what he sounded like. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
He's just gonna sound like this now. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, should have expected Maya to know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor, I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. And there were 2 people there already.
Okay.
The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay while we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder.
Phew, hold it.
Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. Call was from a customer of the Gatewater Hotel right across the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. Oh, whoops. Stop! Stop! Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right, I'd say about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us, who were the 2 people you found at the scene were?
Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay.
Why's that? What's your reason?
While we had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
I heard correctly. You said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly. What about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious. She sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof of her other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I could have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Don't say it like that.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
I'm mostly doing this so I can get back to the court record without... Right, so it's gonna be this. And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't jump to the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I found a memo written in blood on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants?
Who? The killer. Anyone can see that.
Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Huh, I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results show that the blow was a victim.
What kind of tests were these again?
What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, I was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Yes, that was quite clear.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
On which hand was the bloody finger, detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. I mean, obviously we're presenting here. I'm gonna press because why not? Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, detective.
Oh.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right. What he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Yep. I object. Objection. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, and that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? This is one of those lawyer tricks, is it now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
backwards?
The victim is the only one who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham! Where's my... You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get to your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes?
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
The devil is coming out of you.
Yeah, the devil is coming out of me. And this hotel is directly across from Faye & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Oh god. Christ on a cross.
That big boy.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
Yeah.
Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. You couldn't see that.
The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Winking while making my boobs jiggle?
Jiggles my boobs for you.
Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? I'm gonna make a mistake here, I know I am. Edgeworth is gonna make me look like a fool. I'm gonna have to turn off the keyboard, aren't I?
You stop staring at your father like that.
You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I'm doing it. Aww, come here. There's room. Yeah. No, that's a good boy. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
And presses my arms together to make my boobs look bigger and jiggles them.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out at the window, you know.
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. Hi.
I sorta, you know. I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him!
The poor girl.
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Okay, I guess I'm just playing this with mouse. And nothing else.
But you're kind of making it hard to use even a mouse. Mwah, 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 mwah.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
You like the lights? How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a shirt with a short girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right.
There's only one person at the crime scene.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Can you, like, lay down?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Thank you.
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, you can lay down.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Lord. Where did it go? Where is it? Why is it on that screen now? What do you say to that, Miss May?
Row! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Wink. Okay, now he's left me. I see.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Wes is playing web fishing.
I did see everything, I did.
I'm just pressing her because, like... So, you saw me then, too?
Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky?
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Very well. Continue.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right, as in you're right, as in you looked from the hotel?
In which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what you... I mean, that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, the statue-y clock, the thinker, I think.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. You're... Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Ooh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all important here. The defense is trying to confuse the... Sorry, why? That's the judge. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could heard a clock go off in the next building. You have proof that she could not?
Yes.
Amateurs, listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she could really have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand.
Indeed. Objection sustained.
Damn, time to switch directions, quick.
Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. I think it's broken. That clock's busted.
You think?
Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock.
Oh.
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May?
I know, Phoenix. Don't fat shame.
Well, he wasn't saying fat like that.
Oh, I know.
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
I sure can. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order!
The defendant's cell phone?
This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Stop, that beep sounds like the fire alarm. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Did the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Angrily jiggles my boobs.
Oh god, that face.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Have a look at this.
That.
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not?
Ooh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... It's literally just this. Yeah. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation before the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that, you lawyer? It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping her irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was? Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Technically, I didn't say she murdered.
So where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fay, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, If you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. I'm saving this, he's trying to fuck me up. I know your games, Edgeworth. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait.
Very well. The court calls a hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered to the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin to...
Well, the obvious thing is that she claims to have been there to see the murder happen, but she wasn't there. Right. I'm ready. I hope this is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. So I think we're just gonna keep pressing. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? You were sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, she favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? Sorry, it's supposed to be embrasser. It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek. Well, why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. She sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. Okay, I get it. Save right now. I get it. What do I ask him about? Tell me about room service.
Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303.
The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed, it was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Oh, you fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little sit-up. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
It's already 6 p.m. That's crazy. Defendant lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. And you know what? I think I'm gonna end it there. Yay, they're saving. Of course, I want to save. I didn't think it would be that long. That's almost 3 hours already. We're about halfway through the second case. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go